We're going to talk today about some probiotic foods and supplements that you can get at the grocery store. Now, I realize some of these are a little pricey to buy on a regular basis, but you also don't eat too much of them at once. These servings are small and they're used just as a supplement. Also, you can make all these foods in the comfort of your own home, but of course many people have no idea what they taste like or what they're supposed to taste like. So it really helps to pick the first few batches from the store to know what you're trying to get in the kitchen. Coconut water kefir is one of the most popular drinks for detoxification. It was made popular by the body ecology diet. However, many families have been using this long before that to help with detoxification. There are other brands. As you can see, this one's a little pricey, but here's another for about half the price. And you have to realize, even though these are expensive, you don't drink the whole thing at once. See, it says 4 shots per bottle, so this can be split up and not all consumed at once. Again, it's also just to taste and test. This is just young coconut water kefir, and that's it. No added sugars or anything like these other fermented drinks we're going to look at in a minute. So it's a great thing to test out and taste before you make it at home, so you know what you're trying to make. Here we have all these other fermented drinks. Kombucha is a popular one. But aside from the added sugars, they also have yeast strains that are unfavorable for people who already have a candida condition, a leaky gut condition. So you want to be careful and probably not start with these, especially on a regular basis. Some of them actually produce alcohol, like kombucha, which is another thing that some people's livers are not ready to process. I would just stay away from the kombucha in the meantime. Most people end up consuming these big quantities of it, and very unnatural and totally unnecessary. Stick with these. They don't have any added sugar and any added ingredients other than pretty natural stuff. The Kevitas are okay. They're a little better than kombucha, but they still have added sugar. They are Kefir strains, so they don't produce alcohol, and they don't have that yeast in them that the kombucha does, so they're better. But again, there's some added sugar in these brands. You can see 4 to 8 grams per bottle. I would split up your servings either way. Don't need to drink the whole bottle at once. But if you can, stick with these more pure brands. Also, coconut yogurt can be made from the coconut flesh of the coconut and fermented just like the water. These also contain the strains that can help us detoxify from those pesticides, from other heavy metals. And they come in different flavors from this brand, so you can go and try. This is the pure. It doesn't taste like much. You can add some stevia or natural sweetener to it if you want. It's just straight up coconut yogurt, and there's 4 servings in here. You could probably even split it up a little bit more, but it's something great to consume on a regular basis because these probiotics actually help us detoxify from pesticides. And this is one of the reasons why they're so prominent as a regular staple in detoxification and biomedical treatment. These probiotics help us regulate our body and our immune system. So check them out at the store. They have many, many billions of probiotics in the food. Most people think that they have to consume the store-bought pills, but as you can see, these ones end up being pretty expensive. And the organic acids, as we see, these are very pricey, much more expensive than the food. And the organic acids that are in the food are a medium that they live in and utilize to proliferate. So to proliferate in that, we basically need to understand that it's like a fish out of water. But if it's like a fish out of water, then it can't operate the same as it's supposed to. So if you can, stick to the foods and the liquids that nature intended, and you can supplement with these, but don't rely on it as a cornerstone, because the foods have been shown to have higher content. Some of these and the ones you buy online are actually used as a starter to make food. The apple cider vinegar needs to be raw, organic, and unpasteurized. That means with the mother, the original strains. So it's easy to get mixed up because there's a lot of labeling here. And this one also says organic, raw, and unpasteurized, but it looks almost the same as this one down here, which is organic and is unfiltered, but it's pasteurized. So it's been killed, it's been cooked, and even though it has this old dead bacteria in there, it's been cooked, it's been pasteurized. So we have to be careful at the store which ones we're getting and read those labels, because you can end up getting that and it's the wrong one. It's not going to have the benefits of the live mother, the live microbes. There's coconut vinegar, which is raw and unpasteurized as well, but most other vinegars you find are going to be cooked and pasteurized. So you have to get specific, read those labels. Speaking of, the sauerkraut is an amazing tool for detoxification. Just like the raw apple cider vinegar, it contains a bacteria called Acetobacter, which helps us detoxify from pesticides. Amazing that the bacteria can do this, but you have to be careful because sometimes they sell them in plastic containers, and the acidity of the products will leach the plastic. So you want to make sure you're buying it in a glass jar. Again, look at the labels, look at the jars, and make sure that you're getting it in the refrigerated section. Some are in the non-refrigerated section, and these may be pasteurized. So for the sauerkraut and these fermented vegetables, make sure you get them in the refrigerated section. And hopefully you can incorporate these fermented foods in your weekly basis. Have a good one from Restoring Balance.